Hi, my name is Abdul Kadri Salami. Welcome to your SQL tutorial video. Today, let's talk about where and having. This SQL question is part of every data engineering interview. What's the difference between where and having? If you are still relatively new to SQL, this can be a tough question. Both are used for filtering rows in every result. First, let's talk about having. Having clause is used to apply a filter on the result of group by based on the specific condition. The where clause places conditions on the selected column, while the having clause places condition on group created by the group by clause. So where is used for filtering rows before any grouping or aggregation. If you have both a where clause and a having clause in your query, where we execute first. In order to use having, you also need a group by clause. My point is, for you to use having clause, you also need a group by clause, an aggregation in your select section like sum, minimum, maximum, and so on. But when you are talking about where clause is used for filtering rows before any group or aggregation, while having is used for filtering rows after any grouping or aggregation. So we have where for before and having for after. So let's take a look at the practical. Okay, welcome back. So now we have a database called tutorial, and then we have a table called billionaire. So in this table, we have the rank of the billionaires, we have the final what, and we have the categories. In this table, we have the rank of the billionaires, we have the final what, we have the categories, we have columns for their names, their age, and group. So now we are talking about where clause. Where clause is used to filter rows before a grouping or aggregation. So, like I said, I have my database and my tables here. So we are going to start with the basic syntax, okay? The where clause comes right after the from clause, okay? Let me take that again. The where clause comes right after the from clause in a SQL query. Simple. So now let's do some example. So right now, I'm going to select billionaires from countries, okay? I'm going to select billionaires from specific country, okay? So we have different billionaires from France, from United States, from Mexico, from India, but I'm going to specify the country that I need the list from. Okay, so now to do that, so let's get into the code. So I'm going to start with my select. Okay, I'm going to use my asterisk, which symbolize all, from my table, which is called billionaires. Okay, now where, so that is where the where clause comes in, where country. Okay, country is equals to, now I need to specify, so I need billionaires from United States. So I'm going to put United. So I'm going to put United States. Then I have to close the quote. So that's it. So where clause perform this operation, what I need now, I need billionaires from some specific country, okay? Not from all the country. I'm specifying the country I need the list of the billionaire from, which is United States. So now let's execute it. Okay, so now we have it. Okay, so the where clause have performed the operation listing out the billionaires from United States as a country. Okay, so this is how where clause works. Let's talk about equal operator. Equal operator using where clause. The equal operators help us match value. Let's take an example on that. So right now, I select all, that's my asterisk, from my table called billionaire, okay, and then where, okay, where age is equals to, I'm going to select 51. What the equal operator does is that it helps us to match value, okay? So right now I'm writing a syntax to extract the age of 51, which means billionaire at age of 51. Okay, so I'm using my select command, select all, which is the asterisk, from my database table called billionaire, where age is equals to 51. So this will give me the age of billionaire that are 51. Okay, so now let's execute it. Okay, so I have Elon Musk, I have William Dean, so I have almost 10 or more than billionaires who are 51 of age. So this is how equal operator works. Now, let's talk about comparison operator. So what this does, it helps us to do comparison, okay? So right now, I'm going to write the syntax. So I'm going to maintain what I have, which is select all from billionaire. I'm using my where, so I have to put a space. Where, okay, I'm still going to focus on my final words. Okay, I'm going to use final words now. Okay, which means the words of the billionaires. Where final words, okay, final words. So it's greater than or greater than equals to, let's use 26,000 of what? $26,000. Okay, so let me use 26. So now, what this is going to do is going to give me the list of billionaires that worth greater than $26,000. Okay, so greater than or equals to, meaning that the word should start from 26,000 upward. That's where the equals to comes in. So this is how comparison operator works. So now let's execute it. Perfect. Perfect. So the list of the billionaire we have here are billionaires from 26,000 upward. Okay, so we use greater than or equals to, which means it has to be from 26 or greater than 26. So these are the lists. So this is how comparison operators works. Okay, now let's talk about having clause. The having clause is used to apply a filter on the result of group by based on the specified condition. Right now, I have a table from billionaires, and this table contains columns of range, final word, categories, person's name, and so on. So I'm going to use my having clause to extract the name and the person's name, city, group them by the city, and let me receive the final word of each of the billionaires. Okay, so now this is how it's going to work. So I'm going to use my select and then counting. This is a function. Okay, count the name of the person. Okay, and comma, then the city from my table called billion naira, then group by city. Okay, then having maximum. Okay, this is a function too, and then final what greater than 100,000. Let's execute it. Perfect. Now let me explain what this does. In summary, I have a result which I use my group by of the city having the maximum of the condition which is 100,000 above. So this is how having clause works. Having clause places condition on groups created by the group by. That is what we just did. So in summary, like I said, having clause works after, while where clause works before. Thank you. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share for more videos. Thank you.